everybody, it's me, Brenda B, and I want to talk about writing. See, I feel like everybody always says that they want to be a writer or that they want to publish a book someday or work on a book, but then for some reason it doesn't happen, it doesn't work out, and I just kind of want to talk on that a little bit, like the struggles of writing. I consider myself a writer because I write, and it took me a long time to get to that point where I could be like, I'm a writer because I write, because I have absolutely nothing published. I just write a lot. I have 4 written story novel-ish types, 1 play, and I just finished writing my first script. I'm not saying that any of these are good. I think they're good. I have a lot of short stories and many poems for the recent script that I just wrote. Yeah, that one's not good because it needs to be edited. But anyway, so I consider myself a writer because I write a lot. It's all I do, and it's a lot of what I think about. And when I hear people say that they have story ideas and for some reason or another that they can't work on them, won't work on them, it kind of like hurts me a little bit because I'm like, I know that they can do it. And the thing that you have to like get over is the start. The start is always the hardest part, I feel, because my first story was definitely the hardest. I think I had gone through 2 different stories first. I had written one plot for one story, and then I kind of like pushed it off to the side, and then worked on another plot for a story, and I think I had worked on like a couple of chapters for it, and then I pushed it off to the side. And then by my junior year of high school, I came up with the plot for my first finished story, and I finally started working on it. I worked on it during school. I would go to the library during my free time or before school or after school, and I would go home and work on it, and probably did that more than I worked on homework. And then over the summer, I did not work on it. Like, it was one of those things where you like start and stop, and my mom was really like, you need to work on this story, and I didn't. And then for senior year of high school, I was working on it again. I even used it for my senior project. I was like, let me just incorporate everything I'm doing into school so that I don't fail and have to stay back. But I graduated, and then during my first semester of college after my first semester of college is when I finished, because during college, like, I was going ham. Like, beforehand, I was just kind of like, I would work on it, maybe take some time away, but then during college, because I think that was the time where I was really like, I'm working towards the life that I want. That's when I finally started working towards finishing this story. Like, my roommates would come back from the club, or my roommates would be sleeping, and I would stay up later. I would finish my homework in the common room, and then I would put in some music while everybody else is doing drugs and drinking alcohol, and I would just type away at my story. Like, sometimes they would have conversations, be like, what are you working on? And I'm like, just stuff. And I like keep typing away. And then by the time that I came home for Christmas, on Christmas Eve, I was like, I know I'm so close to finishing, and so like I hammed it out. I kept writing throughout the night, and I finished at like 7 or 6 a.m. in the morning, Christmas morning. Like, I remember because my family was like, come on, we gotta go to church on Christmas, and I was just so drowsy and so sleepy because I went to bed at 7, and they're trying to wake me up at 11. So I passed out. They went to church without me. But anyway, I had finished my first story. And I feel like that really is a testament to just how it is to write your first story. No one wants to sit down and really think about all that it's going to take. And it does take a lot, but really not that much either. If you can devote an hour a day, every day, you will finish. Or even 2 hours a day, or even 30 minutes, or even just a page a day. Something. If you can devote something, you can write your story. If you have a story on your heart, if you have a story in your mind that you've been thinking about for years, just write it. Just do a little plot outline, do a little something, and just start working on it. Because honestly, writing is one of the best things ever. Alright, I say that knowing that there's gonna be an artist who's like, art is the best thing ever, or whatever. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to share that. Okay, I'll probably talk a little bit more about some of my stories next week. Okay, all right, bye.